What's up, guys? I just want to say I want to hit 200 subscribers soon, and you guys are helping me get there. I love it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the likes and comments. Let's get to the changes of my favorite class. Oh my gosh, the changes are freaking crazy. Alright, first let's start talking about the gauge, and then we can work backwards from there. So if you look at the gauge, they gave us an additional 3 nodes at the bottom. That is for mana stacking. Mana stacking is so far so good. I mean, I can't tell if I like it yet, but so far I can't complain about this. It allows 3 stacks to activate at higher levels for spell combinations like VERHOLY, VERFLARE, and Scorch, with the newly added resolution at endgame. Now let me begin by saying Red Mage got a nerf for any Red Mage that's just starting out, but it wasn't super great for when they were starting out in the beginning anyway. But as you progress, this kind of turns into a balance like in the later levels. So for all the younger Red Mages, I feel so sorry for your rotations. But just know that it's worth it in the long run. Please stick to it. Now let me explain the nerf / balance. You used to need 80 mana balance right here to actually activate the higher level spells. Now you only need 50. So 50 plus manification equals 100. So that also equals a lot more DPS in the long run. Now manification is given at level 60, but the full Scorch combo isn't actually learned until level 80. That's why I said you guys just gotta hang in there. Like, it gets better, I promise, for anybody who's just now trying to start Red Mage. It gets better. Now, why the full combo is important? Because I only need 50 to activate the mana gauge at this point. It is also important for mana accumulation. So the mana accumulation also got nerfed. So anything like let's talk about VERTHUNDER and VERAERO. It was nerfed from 11 to 6 on single targets, 9 mana to 5 on VERFIRE and VERSTONE. The damage got nerfed until the higher levels. It kind of equals back out. VERHOLY and VERFLARE now have the added effect, right? So this will turn into VERHOLY and VERFLARE, right? So they now have the added effect to give you a 100% chance to activate either VERFIRE or VERSTONE based upon the lower mana choice. If you always pay attention to your gauge, you'll know which one is higher and which one is lower. So it's very important when it comes to that addition to the mana management. So you kind of have to pay more attention. If you want to see it, like if you guys just want to kind of see it, I can do it real quick for you. Alright, so this is a tremendous difference, right, in my eyes. So I'll just do basics. I'm not going to use acceleration or anything like that right now. Usually you would just try to keep these balanced, but I'm just trying to push them up a little bit, right? So I'm just trying to show you how they activate, because now it has like a 50% chance to do the activation and all that good stuff. So I mean, it's good, but not really, right? So the Red Mage, even though nerfed, is now being rewarded for AoEs, right? You get a little bit of a buff for crowd management, which was kind of lacking. Like, I'll just show you. I've always had like my AoE set up like right here, to where if I needed to, I could switch back to this, right? That way I could start using AoE control measures. And so it now adds to the gauge, right? So now this is 7, right? So now I get rewarded for attacking multiple people and mobs, right? That is a very good addition. So in addition to you guys getting more mana for attacking mobs, they also gave us sleep, which bravo whoever decided to bless us with that skill. Now AoEs also bring us to the sword skills. So Enchanted Mullinet now counts as a sword skill. I'll just show you real quick. So if I get a little closer, bam. See how Enchanted Mullinet gives you a mana stack? Now that is not to say that we shouldn't use the combo, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't use the combo. I'm just saying it's available if you wanted to do it, right? So if I wanted to use purely AoEs and I wanted to mana stack all the way like that, I can now activate the rest of it, right? So see how this is lower, right? I can now click VERFLARE and it gave me 100% chance to activate VERFIRE, right? So now I can activate VERFIRE, go back into VERAERO, and this allows me to rebalance. So you have to kind of pay attention now a lot more than before to which one is lower, right, and which one is higher, because that determines whether you're going to use VERHOLY or VERFLARE, right? And once you pick one, it allows you to balance even further because it gives you a 100% chance to activate VERSTONE or VERFIRE. So I'm hoping this makes sense to you guys. I hope that helps you with the balance a little bit more, because they didn't really explain what this was for, right? And how you could use it with the different sword skills, right? You can't use it with this, but you can use it with this. So it rewards you for controlling mobs a little more than before. So now the Enchanted Mullinet counts as a sword skill with the mana stack. So if you were AoE focused and had 60 mana balance, I can now activate higher level skills with the AoE focus instead of just using single target ones such as 1, 2, and 3, right? And as long as the combo isn't interrupted by a magic spell, so let me just show you that, guys. So let's say I use this one just because it's low. I use this, I get a mana stack. I cannot go back to using magic. See how that gets rid of the mana stack? I can't go back to using magic. I have to use sword skills the entire time, otherwise it just cancels itself out. Now, any 3 sword skills can activate the appropriate mana stacks. Like, I don't have to do them in order, but like I said, there's no reason for you not to use the order. There's no reason for you not to use the order, because they stack with each other, right? So use the order. Unless you're doing AoEs, then you would use Mullinet, right? You cannot use Reprise because it's only worth 5, and that would completely break all of this. Like, imagine if you only had to use 3 5s instead of 20, 15, 15. Like, this would be so broken. This would be so broken. You never run out of high level skills. Like, you never run out. But I get why they did it. I get why they did it. Now, the new 50, right? The new 50 gauge to 100 also explains why they give you 2 charges now for displacement and core and engagement. Because you're most likely going back in after you use Manification. You're going to go back in for a second attack on it, right? Now, I'm not really sure how I feel about the new acceleration, because the new acceleration basically gives you an instacast so you don't get a timer, and it makes sure to activate either VERFIRE or VERSTONE. But I mean, I wish you could only do it once, and instead of it just giving me the full timer plus the procs like it used to, Maybe in testing it was OP, but I kind of miss it. I kind of miss this being how it was. I mean, of course it's easier now to build a gauge and double it up, but I kind of miss how this was. Other than that, there are a few role actions and traits that you guys can kind of just look through whenever you get a chance. You know, whenever you get a chance. They just changed a few things in here. But these are all pluses in my book. You know, these aren't too bad. I kind of agree with some of these changes. But, hey, that's gonna, you know, wrap it up. I hope I got you guys, you know, looking at this a little bit better, right? Hope the guides kind of help you guys get this a better feel of it. Everything else is pretty much the same. Not really too worried about it. See, evens out. Everything evens out. It's all the same. Nothing too crazy in here, right? Nothing too crazy. But other than that, I hope you guys like, share, subscribe. I got the PvP content coming soon. You guys know I'm grinding through the MSQ and fighting these queues, just trying to log in. I'm just trying to log in. But like I said, I appreciate you guys for helping me get to 200 subscribers. Peace.